has his security details has been withdrawn. Now stay with us as we tell you why it has, and is it some political chessboard, or it's even unlawful or just lawful. Now with that, let's get the highlight.
President William Ruto criticizes the opposition over politics of hate and tribalism. Trade is affected by fuel price. Protest to receive compensation. Kenya Red Cross provides aid to Garissa flood victims as residents now urge to maintain hygiene to avoid diseases outbreak in the camps. And Malindi residents fight Kilifi County government over contested land.
With Ms. Mutava Mungeli, and the broadcast is live across all our socials. On YouTube, it's KUTVNEWS Kenya. On X, it's KUTV_Kenya. My name is Ochieng, Cynthia, and welcome. President William Ruto once again launched a sharp attack on the opposition, claiming it lacks policies and a clear agenda to improve the lives of Kenyans. Speaking in Mombasa during the event on land reforms and resolution of historical land matters at the Coast region, Ruto said opposition leaders have resorted to insults, hate and tribal politics instead of discussing development issues. Rajab Juma starts us off.
Early in the morning, accompanied by several senior national leaders, President William Ruto arrived in Mombasa for the event on land reforms and resolution of historical land matters at the Coast region. Using the platform to criticize his opponents, Ruto said Kenyans should not be distracted by noise from the opposition, claiming they have no plan to help the country other than spreading divisive politics.
And I want to say, without fear of any contradiction, while I am here at the Coast, for those of you who are visionless, the people who are agendaless, the people who have no vision for our nation, the people who have no plan for our nation, the people who have no agenda for our nation, you will not divide our nation using ethnicity. You will not divide our nation using hate. Hiyo mnafanya, the hate you are spewing. I want to tell you, one day, you will answer for the tribalism you are perpetuating in Kenya.
Ruto also commented on the death of gospel musician Rachel Wandeto, who was burnt to death after being seen with a tattoo of President William Ruto on her body, saying those spreading hate in the country will eventually be held accountable.
The life of Rachel Wandeto will not go unanswered. You who call others traitors, you mwenye mnawaita Wakenya wengine wasaliti, mpaka mama Rachel Wandeto ameuawa kwa sababu ya chuki yenu, kwa sababu ya ukabila yenu, kwa sababu ya profiling ambayo umefanya Wakenya wengine eti ni wasaliti. Siku moja mutajibu.
Defending the broad-based government, Ruto said his administration is committed to ensuring that no community is left behind in development projects.
Na ndio nimesema ya kwamba vile tulikubaliana na Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga, tukasema tunatengeneza serikali ya broad-based, serikali ya kuunganisha Wakenya wote, serikali ya kuondoa ubaguzi, serikali ya kuondoa ukabila. Leo nasimama hapa kusema broad-based imetufanya tukawa na maafikiano na tukawa na suluhu ya mambo ya mashamba na suluhu ya matatizo mengine ya taifa letu la Kenya. And I proudly say we are committed to making sure that broad-based government delivers to the people of Kenya.
The president has promised to fast-track development projects in the coast region and address historical land challenges to improve the living standards of the residents in the area. Leaders who accompanied the president praised Ruto's leadership and pledged to support him ahead of the 2027 general elections.
Mimi huwa nasema Mheshimiwa Rais ana mambo mengi ambayo yanafanyika kwa mara ya kwanza. Na mimi mwenyewe Mheshimiwa Rais nimeserve kama mbunge wa Kisauni kwa miaka 5. Na hakuna donda sugu limesumbua watu wa jimbo la Pwani kama mashamba.
Tunasema shukran sana kwa kututoa katika lile janga ambalo tumekuwa nalo. Tunaishi katika ardhi zetu wenyewe lakini kama maskota. Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa Rais, sisi tunashukuru.
Yangu Mheshimiwa Rais ni kukushukuru na kukupongeza sana kwa sababu ya kulivalia njuga swala hili sugu la maskota huku Pwani na mambo ya absentee landlord.
Rajab Juma, KUTV.
In other news, Murang'a Governor Irungu Kang'ata has pledged financial support to traders who lost property following violent protest over the rising cost of fuel. Kang'ata said the assistance will be provided through the County Emergency Fund as investigations into the incident continues.
Murang'a Governor Irungu Kang'ata visited several businesses that were damaged and looted during the unrest witnessed in Murang'a town on Monday night. Kang'ata strongly condemned the violence and looting, saying many businesses were affected. Kang'ata urged
they respect business, and therefore, as a county, we shall dip into our emergency fund and support the traders who have been impacted. So far, we have 5. Those who have officially been registered as having been impacted by this. The compensation is small. It may not fully compensate their loss. It's just a token of county saying sorry. Again, of course, you must understand the fund looks in the entire county. So therefore, we may not have all the funds to fully compensate each trader to the tune he or she was impacted. We have also told the traders to be reminded in the area MCA or also the town manager to ensure that is done.
He emphasized that traders in Murang'a town have invested heavily in their businesses over the years and should not bear the cost of political frustrations or violent demonstrations. One of the affected traders, Joyce Wangoi, lamented the huge losses she suffered, saying the incident had disrupted her source of livelihood.
We hope venye ametuambia itakuwa, ametuambia atatuboost kidogo. Nashukuru. Loan kubwa, tulikuwa na loan kubwa which nilikuwa na service ya Equity, but tuna hope for the best, tunagoja tu juu, but naomba kama ni maandamano ikuwe peaceful juu mimi sioni venye hiyo ni mambo na mafuta imeingilia kwa biashara yenye tulikuwa tunalilia wananchi, but sasa mimi nalia.
Residents of Murang'a who suffered losses worth millions of shillings during protests over the high fuel prices have received relief after being compensated by the county government. Caroline Kimwele, KUTV.
Now on to Kilifi. The community has been called by residents and environmentalists to embrace environmental conservation in Mere Kilifi County. Lack of awareness has been said to be one of the major causes of degradation. Thus, the establishment of a hall to help with environmental education for the community in the area. Due to the high levels of environmental degradation in Kilifi County, residents from Mere area gathered to celebrate the opening ceremony of community hall constructed and funded by German sponsor, aiming to improve and embrace environmental conservations in the community.
Hii jengo kwanza nadhani itakuwa ni hifadhi tosha katika mafunzo ya haya mambo ya mazingira. Kwa sababu gani? Lina space kubwa na tumeona kwamba limejengwa katika ubora wa kisasa ambao katika mafunzo ama sensitizations ambao tutakuwa tuko nazo. Hata hapo umeona kuna maafisa wa wildlife wenye ambao wako na pia wamehimiza na wakasema kwamba atajumuika na jamii katika mafunzo ya kimazingira ili kuelimisha jamii. Kwa hivyo hili jengo litakuwa ni pahali hasa penye ambapo pataweza kutumika katika masuala ya mazingira.
The hall is expected to improve levels of awareness on environmental education for the community. This is according to youth leader Mugomoka Salim.
Ni muhimu pia kama sisi tukipata mafunzo ya mazingira ni muhimu sana, yangetusaidia sana. Japokuwa hizo siku za nyuma yalikuja lakini hayakuendelea. Upanzi wa miti kule chini chemchemu, lakini pia haikuja kwa njia nzuri, pia haikufaulu. Lakini sasa kulingana na kwa jumla na hii eneo letu la Ganda, tukipata mafunzo ya karibu sana ya kuhusu mazingira pia yatatusaidia.
Leader of the environmental stakeholders, Silva Hankins, stated that having the hall will greatly help facilitate discussions involving various stakeholders on the methods and training for environmental conservation in the Mere area of Kilifi County.
Tangu ni kuwahimiza kwamba miti ndio maisha. Miti ndio inatoka hewa ambayo inatusaidia kuishi. Kwa hivyo tutunze miti yetu, tuendelee kupanda zaidi. Najua tumeipunguza sana kwa mambo ya ukulima. Miembe imeharibika sana huku kwa sababu ya kutafuta mbao, lakini watu warudi chini tuanze kupanda tena miti, tuwe na mazingira safi.
The community has not fully embraced environmental conservation, with many residents cutting down trees indiscriminately, leading to environmental degradation.
This hall will be an answer to a lot of problems we're having. And we can have meetings here, we can meet people, we can discuss, maybe even show some pictures or something which we couldn't do before. Sometimes it was raining or something, then we had to run away, we had to hide. But now, finally, with the help of Mr. Robert here, which the guy I found in Germany, as an artist. I'm an artist, so when I went there for an exhibition, I saw him and we talked a lot.
The move comes as Kenya continues to grapple with the challenge of climate change, with the move of planting 15 billion trees already underway. Meanwhile, Kirinyaga Central Member of Parliament Gashoki Gitari has called upon the Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen and the authorities to take swift action after the death of Rachel Muthoni Wandeto, a gospel artist who died last week after allegedly being attacked and burned.
Leaders have continued to raise alarm over increased political-linked attacks across the country, urging authorities to take action. Kirinyaga Member of Parliament has joined leaders in condemning the act that led to gospel artist Muthoni Wandeto's death, urging the authorities to speed their investigations and bring the culprits to justice and provide closure to the family.
By the name Rachel Muthoni, who was an artist who was staying in Wiki, a mother of two, was attacked and acid poured on her just because she had a tattoo of the president. I hear it was around the chest, and somebody poured acid on her. She succumbed and passed on.
Speaking in Sagana, Kirinyaga County, Gitari raised concerns over rising cases in the region and said no one should be questioned over his or her political stand or die for it. He emphasized on his call to the Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen and police officers to ensure the people responsible are brought to book.
Everybody has freedom of association and freedom of expression. and they can do anything that is within the constitution. Sasa waache uoga, tupambane kisiasa, and they should not be attacking our supporters. We are not attacking them. We are neither attacking their supporters.
Politicians have been called to uphold peace and refrain from inciting Kenyans, with the lawmakers warning political leaders against plotting schemes to disrupt meetings.
Our eyes are on the ball and do not be diverted. We'll continue working towards winning the election. Lakini ujinga ya uoga mingi, wacheni kubabaika. Mambo bado. Tunawasukuma tuwasukume. Na wale watu wamefanya hiyo kitendo, hata kama mjificha wapi, I know you are also looking at the TV to know whatever is happening. Mujue, you'll be arrested and you'll be jailed, you'll be rotting in our prisons.
The MP for Kirinyaga Central termed the trend as a dangerous move ahead of 2027 general elections and insisted that every Kenyan has the freedom of expression, noting that post-mortem for Rachel Muthoni, the gospel artist, has been scheduled on Friday and burial preparations set for Wednesday next week. The case has drawn widespread concerns from leaders who are urging the government to curb political violence and protect freedom of expression. Edward Nyamo, KUTV.
Now that Edward Nyamu's story brings us to taking a very fast commercial break. We'll be back with more stories.
I'm Associate Professor in the Institute of Philosophy of Jagiellonian University in Krakow, Poland, and I'm the main coordinator of the Cafe project, which is being here hosted by Kenyatta University.
My name is Ewa Hudoba. I am a project manager in this consortium. Keep watching cutting-edge research at Kenyatta University Television.
Wanasema kula uhondo kwa taka matendo, na bila shaka matendo yake yakazaa uhondo. Bidii na panda shuka zake zikamfanya awe mwanga wa dunia.
Pauline Care ni mwalimu wa walimu. Nilijua nilikuwa ninataka kufanya kwa mochari.
Nilijitolea kimasomaso, nikasema manake nimeenda shule kama wenzangu wa kiume, nitafanya kazi kadri na uwezo wangu.
Inafika mahali ile game yenye umesema hiyo ndio naenda ku give up na uachane na boxing, ndio unapata WBC.
Fahamu mwanamke huyu kwa utendeti zaidi ukitazama kipindi cha Mwanamke Mwake Mwake. Kila Jumatano saa 2:30 usiku, ukiwa nami Caroline Kimwele.
Now, welcome back. Junior starlets are confident of securing victory when we beg your pardon, there is a little bit of mix-up. Now, about 1,000 families affected by floods in Garissa County have received various non-food items from the Kenya Red Cross to help them as they wait for flood waters to subside. Speaking at the Farmers Training Center Displacement Camp, Garissa Red Cross Coordinator Ahmed Daud urged residents to maintain hygiene and mosquito nets to prevent outbreaks of diseases such as cholera.
The heavy rains recently experienced in Garissa County have caused more disaster than benefit, leading to severe flooding. Residents affected by the floods from the villages of Bula Punda, Bula Kamor, Bula Sheikh, Bakuyu and Ziwani have now taken shelter at the Farmers Training Center and Police Training Center after their homes were surrounded by flood waters.
This is part of the ongoing exercise that we began earlier on this week. And so far we have reached 1,000 households with food items.
The Kenya Red Cross has provided various relief items to help ease the impact of the disaster. Red Cross coordinator Ahmed Daud confirmed that the organization has distributed items including blankets, treated mosquito nets and water purification tablets to reduce the suffering of the victims. Meanwhile, some of the beneficiaries expressed their gratitude for the assistance, saying it came at the right time, especially considering the cold weather and the large number of mosquitoes in the displacement camps.
Sisi na baada ya flood imetufikia, tukatoka kwa maji kuja maeneo ya juu, na baada hapo tunashukuru watu wa shirika la Red Cross walitutembelea wakafanya registration. Tunashukuru baada walifanya registration wametuletea baadhi ya vitu ambao moja hapo ni mahema, wametuletea mitungi ya maji, wametuletea masabuni, wametuletea manets na wametuletea mablanketi.
The floods in Garissa and Tana River counties began after the March, April and May seasonal rains increased the water levels in the Tana River and upper dams, leading to controlled water releases. Rajab Juma, KUTV.
Now, the High Court in Embu has upheld the election of Leo Wamudende as the duly elected MP for Mbeere North following the November by-election. Justice Richard Mwongo dismissed a petition filed by Newton Karish, who had sought to nullify the results of claims of electoral violence, bribery and irregularities. The court ruled that although some irregularities were identified, they did not substantially affect the outcome of the election. The judge directed that alleged criminal offences identified during the case to be referred to the Director of Public Prosecutions for further action. Karish has indicated, I beg your pardon, Karish has rather indicated his will to appeal for the decision.
Leo Wamudende alichaguliwa kihalali. Mimi nilishinda hiyo uchaguzi. Mimi sikuwa na shaka. Nilikuwa na mawazo hapa na pale na kukosa usingizi, lakini mimi nilijua Mungu ambaye nimeombewa sana na wa supporters wangu, watu wa Mbeere North, watu wote ambao ni watutam, ambao wanajua sisi kazi yetu ni maendeleo, sio kelele, sio matusi na sio kujipiga kifua. Sisi ambao tunanyenyekea kwa Mungu na tunaomba kura kwa amani, sisi tulishinda vizuri na kwa haki.
In other news, over 100 families in Malindi town have accused the Kilifi County government of trying to grab their 50-acre parcel land. Residents raised their concerns after county surveyors and police officers set boundaries on the land without their involvement. According to the residents, the municipality turned the land into illegal dump site, endangering rather thus their health lifestyles.
Land grabbing attempts on land located on the outskirts of Malindi town, Kilifi County, have escalated tensions among residents. The residents continue to live in fear of losing the land that has been in their possession for years. Residents led by Robert Safari expressed their frustrations over continued dumping of waste by Malindi and Watamu municipalities despite being banned. They are now calling upon the government to relocate the dump site area and issue them title deeds for their land.
Tunaomba msaada. Kuna mama ambaye hata saa hii ameangushwa na pressure kwa sababu ya nini? Ya uchungu wa nyumba yake itavunjwa. Kwa hivyo tunaomba wakubwa waingilie. Masaa waliopimia ni kama walivamia kwa sababu walikuja time ambapo hakuna watu na wakakata shamba.
Another resident, Jane Mwango, highlighted the health implications, stating that many residents were battling respiratory diseases linked to the dump site area. She emphasized that they deserve legal ownership of the land with the help of the government.
Kuna mtoto wangu pia mdogo wa miaka 3 ambao moshi umejaribu sana kumwathirisha, bado anatumia madawa. Kwa hivyo naomba viongozi mtusaidie.
Demands for justice continue to erupt as a resident Thomas Chengo termed the land survey as illegal since it was done without their involvement.
Ilifanya survey mwendo wa Ijumaa masaa ya saa 11 jioni, na wakaja hawakuelezea wananchi mpaka imefikia ya kwamba waliweka beacon, wakatoa hiyo eneo, wanasema ni eneo ya dumping site na bila kuhamasisha umma ama wakazi wa hapa.
Residents are now calling for transparency, justice and protection for what they call unlawful displacement from their land. Edward Nyamo, KUTV.
Now, Siaya County residents today staged demonstrations in Ugunja and Siaya towns in support of Governor James Orengo, following criticism over his recent remarks about Homa Bay Governor Gladys Wanga. The protesters defended Orengo, saying he has consistently stood with ordinary citizens. They accused security agencies of applying the law selectively after the governor's security detail was withdrawn. Women and youth leaders also warned MCAs against threats to impeach Orengo, saying such moves were politically motivated and did not reflect the interest of the people.
Na Homa Bay tunasema lugha moja. Huyo Gladys Wanga ajiangalie na angalie mahali ametoka na baba tangu akufe wameleta vurugano mpaka hatuna amani. Siku hizi tuko na vitu inafanyika hapa Kenya, ati mtu anaambiwa chude na hapa sisi tunaumia.
And the deployment of security details to any state officer, it is not a favor, and someone must not be aligned politically. We demand that the security details are returned promptly.
Now it's sports time. Junior starlets are confident of securing victory when they face Uganda in the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup qualifier at the FIFA Stadium. Defender Brenda Awor, midfielder Gaudentia Maloba, and head coach Mildred Cheche expressed optimism ahead of the crucial encounter, saying the team is fully prepared for the challenge. The players noticed that training sessions have boosted team chemistry and fitness levels, while coach Cheche emphasized discipline and focus as key to getting a positive result against the host in the highly anticipated regional clash.
The entire squad is fully fit, apart from one player who's unwell, Noella. We are observing her to see whether she'll be ready for tomorrow. If not, we'll have other players who are willing to step in and play for the team. Of course, we are expecting higher resistance because winning against a team twice is difficult, so they won't make it easy for us. But we've prepared our team mentally that it's going to be a tough match, so we have to fight till the very end for us to get a positive result. I think what can carry the day is for us to utilize any chance we get, because we have very good strikers and good midfielders who are able to create chances. So what can carry the day tomorrow is to be able to utilize our chances.
Kambi imekuwa poa, zoezi imekuwa intense, but pia sisi tumejipush kama players, tumekuwa positive minded towards game ya kesho, na tuko away, tuko na hopes tutawin game ya kesho, tutapata points away.
Kambi imekuwa poa from Kenya to hapa Uganda, imekuwa very much poa. Tumekuwa very happy. About kesho, we are very much prepared, and coach washafanya kazi yao, na sasa sisi ndio tunafaa to show Kenyans that we can do it.
And Football Kenya Federation has launched World Football Week 2026 at Dagoretti North Primary School, bringing together football training clinics, skills development sessions, and #BeActive campaign to the grassroots level. Coaches from FKF's Nairobi West branch engaged pupils in dribbling exercise and various football activities before presenting the school with FIFA for Schools footballs. The 2026 World Football Week campaign is centered on encouraging children to remain physically active for at least 60 minutes daily, highlighting the role of football and exercise in promoting healthy living and boosting mental wellness.
The 60 minutes play will enable the child or the learner to be active. And when the physical is active, even the mind is active. So it will make the child or the learner to have more concentration in class.
The importance of kids playing is that, one, it improves their physical well-being, and that one opens the mind even to learning. Number two, when they play, they realize their talent, and talent pays. And when they realize that talent, as we move forward, at the end of the day, it might end up being their career.
Now, thank you for your 30 minutes or so. That is all we had for you tonight on the KUTV Primetime News. Mutava Mwongeli has been our sign language interpreter, not forgetting to mention everyone who has made the bulletin a success. My name is Ochieng. Cynthia. Till next time, have a lovely night.